So as many of you know, this is a car that exists within the main base GTA universe, and it is this, the Annis Remus. But for some reason why is my camera so far away? What has happened here? This is the Annis Remus that you all know and love, but there are a couple of different versions that we can get, custom modded versions. And I thought I'd check them out in today's video, do a build on each, see what you guys think, you vote for the best. So to start with, and yes, I'm just going to do this in the middle of the intersection, don't care about anyone else, this is the pickup version of this. Basically just removed that whole rear end and have turned it into this pickup truck. It does look very thin. This panel does look very thin for some reason. When you get to here, I don't know, especially here, it just for some reason it looks incredibly thin. But here we have a pickup truck version. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, perhaps the intersection was not the best idea, I'll be honest. So we'll move along. So yeah, let's just jump straight in and make a build out of this. So first of all, we have the option to remove spoiler, which isn't really going to do anything because there's no spoiler. We then have our front bumper options. These are going to be pretty much standard and exactly what you get inside the base game. I'm just kind of curious to see what will happen if I modify this, and well, we'll see how much the look changes versus the original. So I'm going to go for the sport bumper because I kind of like the idea of really like down modifying. Is that a term? Unmodifying? Demodifying? Devolving? Basically, try to make this look like a random stock car, something that it wasn't supposed to originally be. So I'm going to go for that just because it kind of makes it look a bit simpler. Having all the grills and the stripes and everything else just kind of makes it look a bit too fancy. I want to make this as plain Jane as possible. Rear bumper. Let's see if we have any options to get the same sort of... Well, definitely not any of those. No is the answer. I don't know. We'll go for the sport bumper because it's kind of weird looking. Skirts. I'm going to keep that stock. We do have some crazy exhaust. I forgot about the crazy exhaust this car has. I forgot about that lot. No, we must keep it stock. The front must have something that makes it look really plain Jane, which is probably going to be something like that split grille, perhaps. Yes, I'm going to go for the split grille. I don't think any of these hood options are really right for us in this first build, so that's stock. By the way, I know that this is a very odd build I've decided to go with. I should say, for those of you wondering, very rarely do I ever plan out or think about what I might do about a build before a video. Every time I go in, I'm going in completely blind and just making it up as I go along. And yeah, none of these are going to work. We also have these arches. None of those are going to work. I'm going to do a couple of builds on each, by the way, so we'll have another shot at this. So I'm going to try and make this the most boring color ever, so stone silver. And the secondary color I'm going to do in a matte gray, so it kind of looks like bumper trim plastic. Thing is, inadvertently, I think I've made quite a cool looking vehicle. I actually quite like it. We do have a bunch of extra options as well, so I'm just going to try and get some nice little details in here. Some of this stuff, though, pod-mounted tacos and things, I'm going to ignore those, especially given that that's not really the theme of this build, although I do like the yellow headlight glass. It's tempting. It's tempting. I'm going to keep it stock, but that is tempting. And we'll also remove that trim on the side as well, just to get everything matching up. Interior color options. I want to... Okay, that's going to be the middle bit. Is there one we can change the dash? No. I kind of wished I could change the dash here. It does actually change these. Not really what we want. Yeah, well, in that case, I'll just... I don't know. Black steel. Boring. Whatever. On the steel wheels... Basic and boring as possible. Black steel wheels. And, well, here's the first build done. It's just the antithesis of a build. I wanted to have something that just looks so utilitarian. In fact, what we need is some dirt, I think. Also, bash some bits up as well as we go. Get a little bit of denting going on. Get that dirt level up. Make this nice and dirty. I want to go for like the full look. We get a little bit of a scrape going on down here. Run along the side. This is, I mean, I'm getting really textual with this one. Something I don't normally do. But that's the look I'm going for. There you go, a little bit more there with that. Try and get something from the back. Reverse into something. Yeah, that would do. I perhaps didn't want any blood. Thankfully we didn't. Yeah, there it is. It's bashed up. It's used. I wanted to... Because it's something that's like... This car is supposed to be like an S14, right? It's supposed to be a Silvia. I'm trying to make it the least thing, the least Sylvia thing as possible in this build. And I think I've done a good job. I don't know what you guys think, but I think I've done a good job here. Right, let's move on to the other one. So the other style that we have here is a complete convertible. And again, I want to try and make this the least S14-ish thing I possibly can. I'm going to try and make this into an old school cruiser. So let's have a go. So, spoiler options, we do have lots of stuff with this one. Ooh, we do have a lot of stuff, don't we? I can go for the little short lip. The short lip's fine. We'll take that. Front bumper, basic. I don't want to go for the sport bumper again. It's been done, but I don't want to go for anything crazy either. So I feel like we'll go for the basic splitter. So it's just slightly more. Rear bumper options, we don't really get much choice here, do we? I kind of feel like it should be kept stock. And again, that probably applies to this as well. Well, we'll go for the street skirt. Why not? Exhaust, I'm trying to keep this as little as possible, if I can. So, the stock... I'm going to go crazy, by the way. The next builds, I'll make them crazy. Chassis, again, perhaps not the thing we want. Primary color grille, I think we'll go for that. Hood, we'll keep stock. Fenders, I don't know. I don't know where I want to go with this build, actually. I'll be honest, I keep flip-flopping as I'm going, and I'm really unsure about my motives here. Okay, we'll go for the twin vents things here. We'll also not go for the bolt-on arches. We'll go for a sun strip because, well, it's summertime. We'll go for some fancier seats as well. I mean, you can see the seats. We may as well make them look good. Painted sport seats. We'll just keep those seats internal bits as rolled steel. I'm then going to go for... Do any of these actually spin? They look like spinners, but I don't think they spin exactly. Is there a spinner? That's just made me think. Are there spinners in this game? I swear there were. But I just can't... I don't know, I just don't see them anymore. Okay, I'm going to go for the clean on this. Bear with me. I don't know where I'm going. I'm going to go for red. I'm going to go for yellow top. I'm going to go for yellow bottom. I kind of regret the red, actually. Yeah, we'll just have that as stock alloy. Kind of wanted chrome, but that's fine. And then I'm going to go and make these wheels bigger. I'm kind of making this like an almost donk, but not really. Here's my thought. Guy who gets convertible, has no taste, thinks it looks cool, but it looks awful, and it just works with anything else. That's the look I'm going for, mixed with a little bit of 90s. And also, this would be the sort of person that would go for big wheels because they think that big wheels are cool, but they won't really think about, you know, suspension modifying or anything like that. So I'm going to go with what would look like if it was like standard suspension, but giant wheels would probably end up being like this or something. So there's the second build. It's a weird theme, but I feel like this is a car that we already know, but I want to have a flip on it. So I've gone for the tasteless guy who gets a convertible but has no taste, and the really just completely... No one cares about this. It's just a convertible. It's utilitarian. Did I say convertible? It's a pickup truck that's utilitarian and rough. Yeah, I actually think that these two fit the brief. I'm going to do one more of each very, very quickly. So let's go. And, well, I thought I'd make it worth your while. Here we go. I have gone for this cool... This is a completely custom color. I've just gone for a random RGB color, and we landed on this awesome sort of pinky purple. I've gone for the bonnetless look. I've gone for a chrome engine cover. And I've gone for just some shielded ITBs. I figured they may as well be shielded if the the bonnet's going to be off. I went for this emissive grille as well. And I went for the basically like the drift style kit. Again, the rear didn't really have that many cool options, so that was the best I could do. And then I went for these wheels. Completely slammed, cambered, made slightly smaller. And I think perfected. Actually, before we move on, these two cars, you can let me know which one you prefer out of those first two. I'm just going to move over here, and then I'm going to do one last build based on the convertible, and then we're finished, and then you can give your final vote. So, let's go. And so here we are with the final build of the Cabrio, and, well, I tried to go for just something slightly different, something cool. I also kind of liked the pink and the purple combo. Just kind of feeling that today. I went for these sort of Porsche style wheels here, or the Fister style wheels, and I decided, may as well, just for one, I may as well use one of these exhausts. And here's the difference, right? Also, this is a great way to show the difference. I didn't change the size of these wheels. These wheels are exactly as they should be. And then these are the wheels that would have been the same size, but I made them smaller. And you can just see how much more drop you get when the wheels are smaller, because you can just fill them in the arches better. Thanks for that. I shouldn't do that at the side of the road, but yeah. And it just shows just how much better it is just having wheels that fit better within the arch to get the car low enough. Okay, you get this gap here and this gap here that you kind of better fill out with this, but it doesn't look as good, in my opinion. Well, you guys can let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you've watched the whole thing all the way to the end, God, well, there's a word around here. You can say brainless in the comment section below. And I just want you guys to let me know which of these you liked, which you didn't. Maybe you do them differently. I just thought it'd be a bit of fun seeing something, a car that we all know at this point, but slightly different. Also, you could probably just say which one you think looks better out of just pickup truck version or the Cabrio. Let me know in the comment section below, but that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.